Milagritos in Cookville.
Tender Mercies here in Melton Lake.
Tender Mercies in Jamestown.
Hey y'all, we had a pretty awesome Tender Mercy here in Sparta today.
Tender Mercies in Dalton.
Tender Mercies in Dalton, Georgia.
Tender Mercies in Pellissippi.
Tender Mercies in Loudon.
Tender Mercy in Signal Mountain. I got baptized.
I got to drown out.
Tender
Mercy is the best day.
Newest member.
And just ask for a person to be there who would be willing to listen to what we have to say. And someone who we were not looking for opened the door. So we met our new friend, Riva.
Riva's awesome. We're seeing her tomorrow.
So we ended up teaching 3 people, and we had a couple others that kept peeking their heads in or kept coming to say hi. And so we ended up finding all 3 of them. They all have Book of Mormons, and they are all planning on reading them and coming to church next week.
Brother Abbott, how was it?
It was awesome. We got to pray for this lady who's really worried about an upcoming surgery and just give her some comfort, let her know Christ is there with her.
We found our friend Cece. We invited her to church. She pulled up today and she loved it. Then we met with her after church and talked about restoration.
And we were able to just talk more about what we do as missionaries. We handed her a Book of Mormon, got her number, and she is interested.
Let's go.
Then the Spirit brought to her mind, wait, I actually have something that we can use as a car seat. So she goes and gets her baby carrier that actually works as a car seat. So I put it in, and they got to church, and we got to take the sacrament together. It's a huge Tender Mercy, and we're so happy.
Amen.
Today, world record. Fastest find ever of our lives. It was so fast.
We taught doctrine on the spot, set up return appointment, and like all the other things.
The last second, we video called one of our recent converts. She answered and just on the phone was with us throughout the entire tour, talking about the sacrament, baptism, everything. So phenomenal. And this is only our 3rd time meeting with them. But at the end of the lesson, we invited Sandra and Eddie to be on day for baptism. And they said yes.
Around the corner, he's not inside. We hear someone yelling. And so we walk back, and he's just hanging off his deck, and he's like, hey, come back! I want to ask y'all some questions, talk some more.
Our friend Stuart came to church today, and he bought himself nice church clothes yesterday so that he could wear his Sunday best. And are so excited for his baptism on September 7th, and we're meeting with him every single day.
Guess what? Brandon was baptized! Woo!
That's right. Brandon got baptized this morning. We're so happy for him. He was so happy afterwards.
Yeah, he gave us his number. He said that he's going to come to the choir concert. He's been going through some major trials in his life, and he's like, I find it no coincidence that you guys just show up here one of the only days I'm free.
So we just had the greatest lesson ever with both of our friends who are in date, Josh and Corey. Yep, they both showed up to church today, and so we grabbed them afterwards. We're like, we're having a lesson.
But he was then like, do you know what? I kind of want to go to church too. So they're coming to church tomorrow with their family. Woo! Let's go!
Let's go!
One of our friends came to church today, and she was able to get a priesthood blessing.
And it was awesome. The members were so good. They explained what was going to happen to her so well and were so kind. And the Spirit was really strong, and she had such a good experience.
Tender Mercy in Greenville. It's the best day ever. We just put our friend Kathleen on date. I love her so much.
And he was like, hey, I just started my spiritual journey. We're like, Josh, what made you decide to start the spiritual journey?
He said he had been like overcoming addiction and stuff, and we were like, we help with that.
That's right.
We got another referral who wants to do the 30-day challenge. It's been a good day. Yes. There's a lot more, but Tender Mercy after Tender Mercy after Tender Mercy.
Tender Mercies.
Tender Mercies.
In the service mission.
On the side of the road.
On the side of the road.
We ran out of gas, but we have AAA coming, and we're laughing and having fun. So, Tender Mercies.
We were just walking all around the La Banderia, and we were looking for people, handing out some Tabcat cards when we found Lupita. And she immediately said that she wants to learn more about Christ.
When we show up, she was like, oh yes, like I want you to come by. And she's looking for peace and strength in her life and wants to come to church. She's excited for church.
We just put 2 of our friends on date today. Jamie and Ashley. Pray for them, please. Woo! Tender Mercies.
We found 2 people in the span of 30 minutes, both with the Tabernacle Choir cards. So, pretty cool.
And we asked her to start reading and praying every day. We taught her how to pray, and she said she's gonna do it. And we're just determined we're gonna be good friends with her so that she wants to be baptized. Whoop whoop!
He gave a beautiful prayer that I didn't know that he could give such a great prayer. It was so awesome to see. So,
yeah. And side note, we completed all 5 hours of service this week.
Tender Mercies. Yesterday we ran out of cards, but we stole some from the Dayton elders, and they don't know. So, Tender Mercies. We're not done yet.
And halfway through, Sister Sean was like, let's read the Restoration Proclamation.
And it was so powerful. And so at the end of teaching the lesson, we asked her, Jennifer, what do you feel prompted to do? And she said, I'm ready to move forward. So Jennifer is now on date for August 31st. Let's go, baby.
We handed out 10 Book of Mormons. We found 10 people, and we gave out 121 Tabernacle Choir cards.
Tender Mercy in Smoky Mountain.
Yes, sir. We just met with our friend Khadija, and we put her on date for September 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Tender Mercies.
Yup. We had to blitz Hendersonville downtown. We had to. Had to be done. And we went and found this cool guy named Daniel, and then picked up some Frosties.
We just had an awesome lesson with Jonathan.
Yep. What did you learn, Jonathan?
The plan of salvation.
Yep. How did you feel?
Great.
Awesome.
Awesome. Tender Mercies.
So, today, one of our friends just messaged us and invited us to come over for dinner?
What? She's making us a really nice dinner. That's so sweet of her.
Tender Mercies.
Well, we couldn't get a member there, so we called one.
Yep, Sister Salazar was a beast and shared her testimony about prophets point us to Christ, and we had a very powerful restoration lesson.
And yeah, he stopped to talk to us, and we got a next return appointment. So,
yep, it was super awesome. He seemed really interested and said he was going to come to church this Sunday. Tender Mercies.
Yeah, he also mentioned that he had a son who passed on a little early, and had no idea if he'd been saved or not, and felt bad for not raising him up in church. And we were able to mention something called the ordinances for the deceased, and we promised we'd teach him more about that next time.
We were able to find her, and then she gave us a referral for a cousin that was in the other building.
And so as we're walking to the other building, we see a lady with her grandkids outside. Her name's Peggy. We talk with her. We find her too.
We're like, hey, do you have a church? Do you want to come to church? And she was like, you know what? I actually haven't come to church since I moved out here, but I would love to. And she was interested, and she is also from Pompeii, and she also speaks really good English.
We taught about the story of Joseph Smith, and they loved it. And they're so excited to read the Book of Mormon.
And they drew us. Their little daughter drew both of us.
Mid-lesson, she drew this. Look at the tags. Oh my gosh.
Tender Mercies at the temple site. We're here with our friend Jenna, and we came and we saw the temple. Yay! It's gonna be beautiful.
Testified to her about how baptism changed my life and how it can change hers, and she's excited to meet with these two awesome sisters on Tuesday, and we're gonna put her on date then, so keep your eyes out for it. Woo!
Yeah, so he opened the door, and we gave him Book of Mormon, and we were able to give him a lesson on the spot, and come back for another lesson this week.
Let's go. God is good.
Tender Mercies.
Tender Mercies in Poplar Creek.
We're here at Grace Lutheran Church, service assignment at a food pantry. How many people did we feed?
44.
44 families.
Let's go. Chan and Gail, September 22nd. Be there or be squared. Elliot, August 31st. Same thing. Ooh. We'll see you there.
And he says, hey, if my son wants to get baptized, I'll let him go through you guys.
Because we told him that if he wants to if he wants baptism, that's what we offer. And so, fire.
Gave him Book of Mormon, accepted a return appointment, and he gave us some hats. Let's go. Balls. Let's go.
And so as we were leaving, we saw her neighbor in the yard, so we went over, talked to her, taught her about eternal families, and she's like, can you come back every day? And so we found our friend Hilda. 2 for 2! Woo!
And we went to see him today, and we put him on date.
Woo! He said he wants to make changes in his life, and we're like, baptism is perfect for that. And he has 3 kids that he said that wants to come to church with him on Sunday, and we're going to baptize all 3 of them too.
The whole day we've been praying we could find 2 people, and we have done a bunch today. Like, so much finding. This many people found. Came to Walmart, 10 minutes left, and we found 2 people. Tender mercy.
This guy is crazy cool. He's a skydiving instructor. He is a pilot. He is a hair cutter, a barber. He's going to get free haircuts, by the way. And now we're adding to that list, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
We brought up baptism, and we're like, have you ever been baptized before? And he said, no, I haven't. We were like, would you like to be baptized? He's like, yeah, I think I would.
I'm going to get baptized on September 31st.
August 31st.
August 31st.
On September 1st.
How many people did we find?
20 people. We had 200 Tab Cat cards handed out.
And 2 free state fair cards.
Brother Rayford here got her record, or her information to get her records transferred, and she's coming to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
She moved here 5 years ago and hasn't been in a while.
yeah, tender mercy.
So we're going to work on that.
Tender Mercies and Ringgold! Steve, what are we celebrating tonight?
90 days without a cigarette.
Woo!
Tender mercies!